Hi, my name is Leah.
And I'm Giselle.
And I'm going to be starting off with this week's sports. Famous golfer Tiger Woods was injured in a single car rollover collision at about 7 a.m. on Tuesday, February 23rd. His injuries were considered trauma level as his car spun out multiple times. He suffered many leg injuries, including fractures to his upper and lower portions of his right leg and damage to his ankle bones and muscles in his left leg. Many athletes were praying for Woods, including Mike Tyson, Klay Thompson, and Alex Rodriguez. In NFL news, Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson said that he doesn't want to leave Seattle, but if he were, he has 4 teams that he would like to go to, which are the Dallas Cowboys, New Orleans Saints, Las Vegas Raiders, and the Chicago Bears. The MLB is also going to be back in season on February 28th, and the San Francisco Giants will be playing against the Angels at 12:05 p.m., while the Oakland A's will be playing against the Los Angeles Dodgers at 12:05 p.m. as well. Many other teams will be playing at 10:05 a.m. and 12:10 p.m., so look out for that. In NBA news, our local team, the Golden State Warriors, have a tough schedule ahead of them. They will be playing against the Charlotte Hornets, LA Lakers, Trailblazers, and the Suns. But they are all predicted to be very close games, so keep an eye out for that. The All-Star break is approaching for many NBA stars, but Brooklyn Nets' Kevin Durant is dealing with a hamstring injury and will be out for most of the All-Star break. Lastly, Brooklyn Nets player Kyrie Irving posted on Instagram and Twitter that the logo for the NBA should be Kobe Bryant, who passed away last year. Many people agree with him, and millions of people have signed the petition. If there are any teams or sports that you would like me to cover, let us know at our email, theprepweekly@gmail.com. And here's Giselle.
Vaccines have slowed the spread of coronavirus. However, in order to reach a level of herd immunity in our population where we can get rid of this virus, we're going to need to vaccinate our kids, says Kassar Talat, a vaccine researcher and infectious disease physician. Children are not yet allowed to be injected with the vaccine. However, older teens such as 16 to 17-year-olds are authorized to take the vaccine. The Pfizer vaccine is testing in children as young as 12, and Moderna is currently recruiting children from 12 to 17. AstraZeneca is beginning the start of a trial for children as young as 6 years old. Infectious disease physician Emily Erbolding says that she would be optimistic for summer to be the time that adolescents begin to take vaccines. It is most likely that it will be Pfizer's vaccine. Younger children would have to wait longer for vaccines to be approved for them. Luckily, children are less affected by COVID-19. Even so, it is necessary to vaccinate children in order to prevent new mutations and more infections. And now, on to international news, Giovanni.
Thanks, Giselle. On Thursday night, the Biden administration made its first military action after authorizing U.S. airstrikes in Syria. The airstrike hit multiple facilities used by Iranian-backed militia groups and killed multiple militia members. President Biden stated, "You can't act with impunity," when asked what message he meant to send with the airstrike. A day later, Iran's foreign ministry condemned the strikes. Ministry spokesman Saeed called the strike a continuation of Zionist regime raids on Syrian soil. In Nigeria, 317 girls from a boarding school were abducted by gunmen on Friday. The event is only a series of student kidnappings terrorizing the West African nation. Police and military forces have begun rescue operations to save the missing girls. Nigerian President Buhari stated that the government's primary objective is to make sure that the girls are rescued, safe and unharmed. In Texas, the power is back on, and the recovery phase is beginning, after Winter Storm Uri hit the Lone Star State. The frigid temperatures caused rolling blackouts, burst pipes, and damage across the state, resulting in a lengthy and expensive recovery. It is estimated that Texas suffered billions in damages and economic losses. The total loss is estimated to be about $90 billion. Over the next few months, Texas will continue its costly recuperation. That's all for international news. Now I will cover school news. Over the weekend, an important email was sent out to students that explains Summit Prep's plan to reopen schools. The reopening plan entails that students will continue virtual school through 2021. Students will then have the choice of whether they would like to return to prep or continue to remain virtual. The plan to reopen is in 3 phases. In phase 1, up to 10% of students can return back. After 2 weeks, the school will then allow 25% of total students to return for phase 2. Then, after another 2 weeks, 50% of students will be permitted to go back as part of phase 3. However, students will not be allowed to go back and forth between virtual and in-person learning. In order to keep students safe, masks will be required and social distancing will be enforced. Prep has also implemented a contact tracing protocol and air filtration system, but it is unsure how effective these safety measures are. That's all for school news. Thanks for watching.